That's one heck of an intro. Thank you, Joe. I liked it though. The Cupid rising up out of the water, Rambo style, is good. Well, thank you to the Yelm Chamber of Commerce for having me here today to report on the state of the city. It's been a busy year for myself and the city of Yelm. There isn't really an employee training manual for mayors, and I had to learn the job quickly starting a little over a year ago. Now, I've had 2 terms as a city council member and work experience, as Joe has talked about, but I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a steep learning curve. There was a lot I learned, and reflecting back, probably some things I would have done differently, yet through all the learning and settling in, I think we had a good year in the city of Yelm. The state of community remained strong. When I first took office, there was a lot of personnel and administrative issues to take care of, including ending local mask mandate policies, bringing all employees back to working in person, negotiating 3 labor union contracts, and filling critical job openings, including appointing a new police chief, a city administrator, and hiring a new building and planning manager. We also focused on improving the relationships of community partners like the Senior Center, who we increased funding for, and the Nisqually Tribe, who hosted a joint meeting between their tribal council and the Yelm City Council for the first time ever. And their Nisqually construction company is also building our new park stage. We also standardized operating procedures and added more transparency in our applications and city-sponsored programs. One standout program the City Council passed and funded last year was a beautification grant. That program encouraged businesses and organizations to look their best by creating some improvement on their business or property. One example of a project that was awarded funding was an art mural on the back of PTL hardwood floors. Another project awarded funded a fresh coat of new paint on the masonry's restoration of the old firehouse. Another priority of my administration was to literally clean up this town. As our city administrator, Todd Stansel, likes to say, when we look good, we play good. He has a lot of football metaphors, analogies. We did so by implementing policies like the aforementioned beautification grant, empowering the city council with their initiatives like Pretty City Day, prioritizing and lowering the time to fix potholes, and we're going to see an even cleaner city this year as we purchase a new street sweeper and increase staffing to maintain the streets. At the end of the year, the Yelm City Council passed a budget that focuses on increasing public safety, transportation projects, and increasing resident experiences. It also funds major projects, including the renovation of our water treatment plant and additional paved parking downtown. There were no new rate increases for utilities in this budget, and in 2 years, there's a good chance we'll be able to lower utility rates due to anticipated new growth. Lastly, the city of Yelm was able to secure new water rights last year that will allow us to continue to provide water to future residents and businesses for years to come. This was achieved through the hard work of many past mayors and city councils, which took the better part of 2 decades. This year, we will see the grand opening of our first ever dog park on Roten Road, the paving of a downtown lot to create more parking capability for businesses and Yelm City Park events, multiple annexations, the creation of an activated alleyway in our downtown that will make it more pedestrian and food truck friendly, and creating a professional stage at the Yelm City Park. Additionally, we will have more recreational opportunities that will be coordinated by the city of Yelm. You can also count on seeing a Christmas parade, and it's not going to be canceled. One last project that I'm very excited to talk about is the Yelm Branch YMCA. Last year, the CEO of South Sound YMCA, Kyle Cronk, and myself met with a bunch of local folks here in Yelm about joining an exploratory committee to help determine the location, local programming, identify partners, and figure out a funding model to pay for this project. After gathering this group together, we finally had our first meeting on Friday of last week. We got an estimated project cost from the Y as a price tag of around $18 million. This place could be a new home for our library, provide an urgent care medical facility, provide recreational exercise for our seniors, students, and adults of all ages. We could also bring back the swim team at our high school. Our next step is to get the city council involved and see what kind of level of support they feel comfortable with. A Yelm Branch YMCA is looking more and more real every single day. We had a solid year in 2022, there's plenty of room for improvement. There's a lot learned. We're going to have an incredible 2023 as we prepare for Yelm Centennial in 2024. Thank you. Live long and prosper, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Anyone have anything for me right now? Any questions? Going once. Go ahead. Yeah, there's a couple locations where the committee's considering. I think one of the better locations is right across the street from the high school, right next to that field in the veterinary, right next to the veterinary hospital over there. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Yeah, so that's where people, so it's not a parking lot right now, but a lot of people are parking on it. Obviously, we're not towing cars or anything, but it's a city property right by, right behind the city hall. It's where people park at right now on that big empty lot, right across from the tax preparation place. Yeah, and it's just going to be a basic paving until we figure out long term what we can do with it for additional parking. Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Joe.
Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations. No questions, no problems. All right. Moving on, we got Tracy's going to do some announcements